Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Miya, here on Mostly in the Moment for another spiritual pick a card reading. These are highly intuitive readings. There's no questions, preemptive questions, or prompts to go on. They're just what intuitively wants to come through as messages for you at this time. There's 2 messages in each pile. There are some overlapping themes, but each pile has its distinctive, specific messages. And they're definitely for light workers, spiritual leaders, star seeds, whatever you want to call yourself. So I hope you enjoy the reading, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 1. We're looking at messages for you. Okay, I'm going to do 2 messages, one on the left, one on the right. Let's start with the first message. Hanged Man. All right, so you've been patiently waiting for something for a while now, you've been waiting for this to come through. The 4 of Wands. In this deck, the 4 of Wands is a well-earned rest. So you've been waiting a long time for peace. You've been waiting a long time to get your just desserts, to get the results of your hard work, your good karma back, for your work to be done in this lifetime, so you can just enjoy it, for the things that you've been working on to pay off. Two cards, movement. All right, so there is movement in that right now, as the universe is saying. Growth came in. Okay. There's a lot going on, first of all. Yeah. 2 major arcanas now. You've done a lot of growth on your own, kind of on your journey, just as yourself. And so I feel like you're kind of waiting for the right things to come in. Whether it's people, or the right career, or the right home, or the right lifestyle, or whatever it is, I feel like you're just waiting for that to come in. It's kind of like a carrot that's been dangling in front of you for so long. You've been working so hard. You're tired, you're exhausted, I'm feeling it. You're just like, at this point, I know I'm nearly there. Just got to put one foot in front of the other. It's the last 2 miles of the marathon. You just got to pull through. But yeah, I feel like this was an immensely evolving journey that you've been on. You've learned and grown and evolved a lot. You can tell from the tiredness of your voice, the sunken in eyes a little bit. You know how you can read into someone's soul, how much they've been through just by looking at their eyes. People can see that from your eyes, even if they're not particularly intuitive. They can see it in your eyes. You know how if you've seen someone who's really worked with their hands their entire life, you look at their hands, it's a really worn and calloused. I feel like that's your soul, and you bear it externally. People can pick up on it in your energies. Okay. The World card, yeah. This is a big deal. This end of a cycle and beginning of a new cycle. So I feel like you've been in that transition phase for a long time, the end of the old cycle. And it feels like that transition has been very long in itself. And so you're just waiting for the new cycle to start. You're like, I've been ending things. I've been ending things and ending things and ending things. I can see things wrapping up for a very long time. You might be seeing this new cycle start to come in, but it's very little that you've seen the new start. You've seen mostly the old end. So I'm getting that kind of you've been holding a lot of weight. You've been carrying a lot of weight for this journey, and it's getting tiresome. You already know the way. Yeah, at this point, you know what you're doing. You're a master at your own journey, of your own life, of your own being, of your own perspective on life. And it's just kind of like, you're like, I just want to get to the train station. I just want to get to the airport. I just want to land. I just want to get there. At this point, it's like you've weathered the journey, and now you're just tired and you just want to get home. You just want to get back. Nurture your creative energy. I'm getting that you're being asked to kind of rejuvenate yourself by doing something creative, doing something outside of the box, something that you can be kind of childlike in order to rejuvenate your energies just for this last leg of the marathon, the last leg of this journey. Yeah. I just saw that image of like, what is it called? Like slime, or like those. I just saw someone like putting their hands into like a bunch of slime or like Jello or something like that, or like Play-Doh or something, or clay, just getting like messy and dirty with it like a kid would, making something. Half the fun is like getting messy or something like that. So I'm getting something where you can just get messy and not care. Like, you're not aiming to create like a museum worthy like statue or something. You're not making a museum worthy like sculpture or anything. You're just getting messy. It's kind of, I'm getting the image of a kid putting on rain boots and just splashing in the puddles. Like, you're not actually trying to make something here. You're just trying to get messy and creative. You're trying to break up the energy. I'm getting the image of like wind chimes or bells. Bells are really significant. I know, like, my family, before they sit down for prayer, they take a bell and they ring the bell before they sit down to pray or meditate or whatever, and it just kind of clears negative energy. So I'm getting that kind of energy. It's just like you're sitting down to like quote unquote do something creative, but really you're just making a mess. You're just clearing the energies. You're like, cleansing the palette, wiping the page clean kind of thing. So you're not gonna sit down and do something creative to create a creative masterpiece. You're just getting out all this creative energy, all the, like, I'm getting blockages in the drain, all the dirty muddy water from the drain so you can get the water to run clear again, because I feel like you're so exhausted that you just kind of need to run the faucet clean. All right, and so your second message here. Ten of Summer, the Ten of Cups, an emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. And so I got that with the Four of Wands here, like, kind of wanting to be around people, because as a hermit, you've been on this journey so long by yourself, and you might have had fellow travelers along the way, like soul family, other spiritual friends, or your immediate family, your old friends, even just people around you, co-workers, people you live around. So you might have not been like in the middle of the woods in a cabin alone, kind of lonely, but you've essentially felt very alone on this journey because of the things that you were dealing with that not many people right next to you could resonate with, really understand. So you've been really just craving a deep connections with people. And you don't need to spend a lot of time with someone to form a deep connection. Of course, you will if you spend a lot of time with someone, but like you can form deep connections with someone if they've been going through some similar deep experiences as you. You know, if you can relate on deep topics, that can form a deep connection right off the bat. You don't need to know them forever and ever. It could be a new person. So I feel like you're just kind of craving deep connections with people, being able to kind of be who you really are. If you've been on a solo journey for this long, there is some depth to your soul, sweet pile one. You are on a different level. And so it's kind of, you've been just like waiting and waiting and waiting. I can't help but see this world card in reverse, like the person upside down and like the hanged man. And it just kind of feels like you've been waiting for the world to change. You've been waiting for everything around you, your environment, to everything to change, to catch up with your internal growth. You know, you've been looking forward towards your Four of Wands, your happy home, your happy marriage, you know, fulfilling life with family and friends, children, and people you can trust. There's definitely a feeling like that with this pile. Okay, Knight of Wands. It is coming in pretty quickly, Spirit is saying. This energy of like things are moving along pretty well. Okay, Ghost. I feel like you don't even recognize yourself anymore. And I feel like people don't recognize you anymore either from your old life. I keep getting old life. So I feel like if this could be very true for people who haven't seen you for a long time and it's like, oh, what happened to pile one? They're such a completely different person. I feel like they might not know how to take it at first, but I guarantee you, I'm seeing like behind your back, they're like, oh wow, like this person is changed in a great way. I didn't know how to take it at first, but it seems very positive. It's very powerful. It's just that they can't relate or understand how you've shifted because they haven't gone on a journey like that. They haven't been around many people who've been on a journey like that, right? Caution and consciousness. Yeah, I'm getting, be aware that your energy is so powerful now that people will not know how to react around you. People will not know how to respond to your energy. They might feel a little skittish around you. They might get like tripped up on their words. They might just explode with emotions or difficult experiences that they've had because they can feel it from your energy. Your energy is so powerful and so palpable that just people being around you and having a conversation with you and being that close proximity to you is going to trigger something in that person that makes them feel safe. It makes them feel like I need to tell this person the thing that I'm struggling with the most at this time. It just kind of goes with being a light worker or a strong empath who knows what they're doing. They don't know what it is, but they know that you can connect on that level. And because you're that connected to your higher self, right? And to the higher power, the collective consciousness, Christ consciousness, that like people know when they come into your energy, maybe not consciously, but that they can let go and they can like release a lot of emotions that's been pent up, a lot of fear, a lot of trauma that they didn't know was there or they didn't know how to deal with it. And they come across your energy, someone who's so healed and so powerful, it just kind of unleashes. So be prepared and be aware that that's something that is going on with your energy at this time. The Lovers, yeah. There's a lot of people gonna have a lot of love for you. You know, it's going to be overwhelming because first of all, a lot of people won't know why you make them feel really good. Your energy is that healed. A lot of actual gurus, not these people who call themselves gurus, have this effect on people. A lot of like people who are like saint-like, people who practice these powerful spiritual practices, meditation, and connecting with their energies, connecting with their true authentic self. Some musicians have this effect, artists, like really, really the high creatives, the high intuitives of this world. They have this effect. I've seen it with some gurus. Like people just come into their energies and they affect the whole like room. It's like a state. It's like a huge room, a huge hall, like a stadium almost, like filled. Like they can affect everyone because their energy is that powerful. They can affect everyone there. Maybe not a stadium, but like a pretty big room that's for big conferences and stuff. I've seen it happen. It's just you can't help. Like people don't know why they just feel good around your energy, right? So a lot of people are gonna get attracted to your energy. Some people are gonna think that they're in love with you because you give off that really calming, healing, nurturing effect. Some people are gonna like you because you trigger them, because you show them contradiction, something that they don't see in other people. You don't enable them, but it's all out of love. You're just holding such a strong, loving energy that people receive it in the way that they need to, so they don't understand why they feel so warm and fuzzy around you, but they like being in your energies. Some people might get confused and take that as like they love you romantically. Other people, they just like to have you around. They like to have you in the group, have you part of the conversation, have you come over for the party, have you over for events and stuff like that. You're going to become a crowd favorite, if not already. All right. Six of Wands, success. So I wanted to bring the two messages together so I get one full message for you, Power. And Six of Wands hitting the you already know the way. You already know you're successful. This is already starting to show. You already have this power. It's already starting to exude itself from your pores, from your magnetic field, from your physical body, from your energetic body. It's like coming out of you, and it's attracting so much success, so much prosperity, so much abundance into your life already right now. You can start to notice that you've walked over this, imaginary energetic threshold, and you're now on the other side, And so you're bringing in this amount of success into your life already. It's already here. Because you already knew the way. I feel like even like 2 miles back or 2 kilometers back, like you already knew that you're coming into this energy. You can see the finish line, and you knew as you were crossing it, like, okay, like this new energy is coming through. I'm no longer in this, protected spiritual journey on my own. Now I'm being opened up to the world. You've graduated, now you're getting a job in the 5D world as a professional. As you're in your true authentic purpose in this life. Okay, 3 of Swords in reverse. Feelings of sharp sting of heartbreak, unexpected grief, sadness, or betrayal experience. So I feel like that's what's been happening because it came out in reverse. I'm getting the past 3 months, about 3 to 6 months, have been hell. I'm sorry, Padawan. Yeah. And then the 616. 616 is reunion. We got 12 and 21 here. Mirror card. With a 9 in between. So the end of a mirroring situation. 10. A 9 to a 10. So this cycle is finally closing out and the new one's finally starting. So this is an important time for you, Padawan. This time in your life where you're going to see the old life finish out and the new life start again. But you might have been in this transition period for actively in the physical going through a really difficult time in this transition phase. That was kind of like hell. I saw heal and I read heal as hell. So it's like you were doing what you needed to do in this past transition phase. 2.5 years, 9 months, 6 months, 3 months. So it might have been like chunks of time in the past, like 2.5 years, 9 months, 6 months, 3 months. It might have been feeling like hell, this transition. But it's like you're on the other side now. 9 to 10. Yeah, you're on the other side now. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, there we go. You're in the energy of independence and stability, feeling more grounded, confident, and self-assured in your finances and physical world. You're proud of the journey you've been on to reach this point. It's like, yeah, you're gonna feel that right away. There's this message that I've been hearing a lot recently with light workers is that you finally are getting the support. Like you finally cleared the channels enough for humanity. You did what you came here to do, light worker. You remembered, you awakened, you did your healing work, you did the healing work for the collective, and you cleared the channels for all the divine support, all the interdimensional help to flood this world now. So you did what you're supposed to do, and you're going to get the rewards. It's coming in now. You're going to see it. And with the 3 to the 9, so everything that happened is going to go in the reverse order. So the next 3 months, the next 9 months, the next, 2.5 years, I'm getting. It's going to be the opposite of, the past 2.5, 9 months, 6 months, 3 months, Oh, 12, 21. Oh, okay. It's because it's like 3, 6, 9, 12. And then it jumps to 21, which is a 3 number. We skipped 15 and 18. It's something along those lines, like whatever those cycles you had leading up to this moment where the transition happens, the end of the old cycle and the beginning of the new. And it was hell, apparently. Letting yourself feel the emotions, the heartbreak, whatever these temporary painful emotions that were coming up for you to clear in order to transition into the 9 of Pentacles, which is a lot of abundance, prosperity. Yeah, and fruits of all your efforts and labor. Yeah, so that's what's happening right now. If I could get a time frame and then what exactly is happening. Physically, Twilight. So by the end of the day or the end of tomorrow, pets and animals. You might be getting a new pet, or you might see a significant animal spirit symbol. And the next, by tonight or by tomorrow night. which is going to reveal a lot. Food, gardening, growing, grandparents, many potential love interests. Yeah. Something about ancestors or grandparents coming through, especially if they've already passed on, and also many love interests. Okay, so I'm getting this is a significant period in your life where you're going to be acknowledged for all like the karma you've cleared, all the karma you've cleared for your bloodline, kind of releasing you from the karmic like debt you had to pay for this lineage, or kind of helping to heal this specific bloodline that you reincarnated in this lifetime. That's coming up. They're going to come through. So you're going to get some like animal symbology very strongly. Cornisha is the person I go to. It's Qurnesha Lemon. Cornisha S. Lemon. She has the best, out of everyone, the best animal symbology, like writings, like spirit message meanings. It's profound. I would go like look up her name and then like the animal that you're looking up, and if it's not like the exact, it's something similar. That's by tonight or tomorrow night if it's already night where you are. Then you're also going to get grandparents or ancestors come through to kind of release you from the cycles of the current bloodline lineage you're in. Because you probably chose this bloodline for a specific reason. Like I've been getting a lot recently that like the reason that I've chose this bloodline specifically is because both of my mother's and father's side, there was a lot of strong spiritual energy on both sides. And so it allowed me to kind of remember easier in this lifetime, to awaken easier, and to be able to awaken others and help others in this way. So that's why I specifically chose my parents and these bloodlines. So yeah, I've been getting, I think last night my grandmother was starting to come through. My grandma, what are you doing here? Both my grandmas, actually, so it's interesting. Both of them actually just passed away last year, so. And I saw them both on the other side. I can see crossover relatives and make sure that they're okay. They connect with me and through dreams all the time. But I knew something, it was something different. Like I got this huge channeling last night. And I'm recording this around, the Cancer full moon. So I knew something big was happening. But yeah, also many love potentials. Like I told you, the consciousness, you got the warning, you're reaching success. You're gonna have a lot of people come through, a lot of people who are interested in you, not just romantically, but to be your friends, to have you as a resource, to have you on their team, to have you living in their neighborhood. You know, you make them look good, you make them feel good. They don't know why, but you're helping them out a lot. You're probably just able to pick up on things that you know that would help them, maybe personally, with healing some sort of thing, emotionally, with their job, their career decisions. Something that they'd be good at, passionate about, connecting them to the right idea, the right people, right thing. That's kind of like your new MO. Power 1 is like you've stepped into your 5D energy, so now you're stepping into your 5D role. And I feel like you're going to be, whatever your 5D occupation is, your 5D career, you're going to start seeing it now through people. People are going to come up to you and you're going to kind of get the hint of what it is, this new line of work in your 5D that you're going to be in. All right, and it's going to bring in a lot of success because you need to kind of start getting yourself set. Just like about this grandparents, they're just coming in to say hi, thank you, I love you, and we're supporting you, we're cheering you on. Pets and animals. It came in kind of like sideways. You're gonna start getting flooded with a lot of signs of synchronicities, a lot of number synchronicities, a lot of animal symbology. You just kind of have to pick the one that like feels like it stands out to you the most, and then look that one up, because otherwise you can spend your whole time kind of just looking things up, because you're gonna be flooded with a lot of synchronicity, and that's what it's like to be in 5D. So like, you only need to pick up on one. You don't have to feel like, oh, I missed that number, like, oh, I forgot that number symbol, or you're just gonna get so flooded. You don't need to know all of them. They're all gonna lead you to the same conclusion anyway. So just that one animal, even if you get like 10 or 20 in your face, or that number sequence, if you get 10 or 20, like, just, it's okay. It's all gonna lead you to the same conclusion anyway. You just gotta pick one. And many potential love interests, and the Hermit came up in hand. When a card comes up in hand for me, it's like that other person's keeping their cards close to their chest. And that for me means that a lot of these folks that are coming to you are starting their journey, or they're on their own spiritual journey. And so that's why they're being led to you, because you're kind of now like guru yourself. You're a mentor. All right. So pile one. Hope the energy of this reading resonated. If it did, I really appreciate you writing the pile number that you picked in the comments. It really helps me out. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 2. We're looking at messages for you. So I'm going to do one message on the left here, and then one message on the right for you. Okay, let's get started with the first message. Queen of Earth. I'm seeing you kind of like dripped out in gold, like this beautiful woman is, kind of as like a regal status. I feel like you're wearing a lot of jewelry, or a lot of like crystals, a lot of jewels, a lot of like high frequency materials on your body, on your person. In a very strategic way, maybe something around the crown of your head, certain things on your arms and your fingers, around your chakra centers, even the way you dress or what you put in your hair has a lot of like meaning behind it. I feel like I'm hearing like the era of the kings and queens, like the rising kings and queens. Like, kings and queens had a divine purpose back in the day. They were said to be anointed, by divine energies, and that's why they were given the right to rule. I mean, if you see the king and queen and their personnel, like, and the people of the countrymen of that country, like, they can easily overtake, right, that kingdom or that castle, that leadership, with a sheer volume of people. But they gave them the permission to make the decisions for many people, because they feel like they were divinely connected. We've strayed away from that. We kind of play with these words like dictatorship and democracy. And yet there's still kings and queens that live on in a lot of these countries. I'm getting the time of the kings and queens to rise again. And these are the people who are going to be connected. So it's going to be the light workers who worked on creating that connection to their divinity, to source energy. How do you get this wisdom of where to put certain jewels to amplify its energies, from ancient texts and knowledge, yes, but also from the Akashic, from your higher self, from your spirit guide. So there's something of the new coming. Oh, wow. Interesting. Or is it Christ never wanted people to follow him? He wanted them to find the Christ consciousness for themselves, or the Krishna consciousness, or the Buddha consciousness, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same, right? To find the divinity within, to find the God within, the God aspect within. So I'm getting like they walk the earth. That's so interesting. Okay, who are these people? Is this pile 2 or are these like other people? What is this? Justice, balance, being restored. Okay, so in this specific deck, the Justice card is unpleasant events, and it came out in reverse. Which is, okay, pleasant events, but it's because of these kings and queens. It's because of people like you, pile 2, that during these unpleasant times are going to flip the script and make it a remarkable moment in time for the light, for the truth. Interesting. Space. There's a void. There's a void in this realm, with a lot of negative entities being taken off this planet, and a lot of negative energies having been dealt with by a lot of hardworking light workers through the ages. A lot of folks doing work up until this very moment that live amongst you, that live amongst all of us, that, you know, that the heroes, the unsung heroes, is creating a void. I was getting in power. Is it a void in power? Carrying power dynamic. There's a lot of confusion because I'm getting the old systems are being knocked down. And there's a lot of heroes out there that are involved with that. But there's confusion because it's like, okay, well then what leadership do we follow next? Who knows what we're supposed to move into, what systems are going to replace the old ones. There's a lot of people doubling down on old systems or current new 3D systems to try to replace the old systems. But that's not what you're supposed to replace it with. We're supposed to replace it with 5D systems. And so if you see a lot of folks kind of jump on new 3D ideas to replace the old 3D ideas, the old 3D systems, those aren't going to work. They have to be new 5D systems. And when you see these systems, you're going to be like, yeah, that's it. That intuitively it hits. If you're very intuitive and you are a pile 2, you know which ones are going to be the systems that last, that are going to be set up because it makes sense, intuitive sense. And what ones are just kind of like a reiteration of the old systems and repackaged in a new way, or just slightly better than the old 3D system. This is a brand new 5D system way of doing things. You can recognize it, understand it right away. Ace of Pentacles. You're bringing it to the world. You and people like you, the new queens and kings of this world. You're the new divine power here. You know, it's gonna take a minute because you're kind of underground. You know, you're kind of hidden. People don't know your name. People don't know what you've done to help the collective. But you're the ones who are gifting society, humanity with these new systems. I see. Okay, so because you're so connected to source energy and other higher frequency dimensional beings and energies, you're going to bring in the physical form of that. You're going to be the conduit. You're going to be the liaison, you're going to be the diplomat, translator, the folks working with these energies. Okay. I thought they were going to work with everyone. Okay. No, there's definitely a point, people. There's going to be folks. There's going to be different parties, okay? So they're not just ETs, or as we know them as ETs, but they're actually interdimensional beings. ETs aren't the only versions. There's people who've been living, interdimensionally on the mountains or under the land, in the water, a lot of these areas. In the sky, yeah, there's a lot of groups, and so they're all kind of picking their the people that they want to work through. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Comfort, okay. So I'm hesitant to say this because I don't know how people are going to take it, but they're going to bring our basic survival needs. That's going to be covered. Okay, so that's food, shelter, medicine, a home, a shelter, warmth, the basics. Okay. It's okay. So when there's a huge energy entering the collective, the energy can come through. It's going to come through however it's going to come through. We can take it and bring it through in a positive way or in like a unnatural, dark way, right? And if we keep allowing these energies to be manifested in a dark way, it's because we're allowing it to kind of wake us up so we make the right light decision the right way. So this energy is also manifesting with like smart cities, and having governments have more control, and the government's providing people with these basic needs. So you're kind of then a slave to the government, right? The slow indoctrination process that they've been putting us through, and then kind of putting us, making us feel like we have no choice if we want to eat and survive, but to live in their smart cities where you own nothing, right? And eat bugs, whatever the situation is, however you're into those kinds of themes. The same energy can come through with guidance and help from these benevolent interdimensional beings whose purpose aligns with ours, and bringing things in a more natural way, teaching us, showing us the forgotten knowledge of nature and what can heal us, and different techniques from different cultures and so on and so forth. See, because I see this he's got his hands in the dirt and he's pulling up like a seed, and then we saw these plants. I see it as coming through in a natural way, and these light workers who are very connected, who are being kind of chosen to be worked with by these different groups, are going to bring through these basic needs, you know, for humanity. Like, how many people are still like starving, don't have a home, don't have big, like, the simple things to keep themselves healthy, and minor medical emergencies and such. Let food be thy medicine kind of energy I'm getting. Forgotten knowledge that's been kept away from them on purpose, things like that. So there's this energy coming through, and the kings and queens who will be walking this earth, which are like the new leaders that will be chosen by these groups, interestingly enough. But see, they don't have, like, it's not like, these are benevolent energies, right? And they've been kind of working behind the scenes to kind of get rid of the dark energies, but at the same time, they wouldn't come here and help us if we as a collective didn't ask for it and didn't all agree on that and then give them consent. So they've gotten consent. So these are why the light workers are being anointed, because it's not just like humanity kind of has to, we have to get ourselves there, you know. We can ask for assistance, but we have to ultimately get ourselves there. And that's, oh my gosh. Okay, so that's what my monthly reading was talking about. It's like some people are going to try to push really hard. I wrote in my uncensored monthly reading for January 2025, I mentioned that, like, there's people who do evil, dark stuff for power or for whatever, and they're going to, like, showcase that around this, like, time. And they're not going to be ashamed of it. They're going to be like, oh, look what we are doing, and look what we've done, and it's a cool thing. Look how awesome we are. Like, they're not even trying to hide it. And I feel like it has to do with these, like, smart cities and giving people, like, free things. It's never free, you know. If they're asking you, if they're giving you free things, it's for a reason. It's not, and that's not for a good reason, you know. But if someone comes through and be like, okay, like, you're hungry, like, okay, fine, let me teach you how to fish. Like, you know, you can feel that intention, which I'm feeling with the ETs or other interdimensional beings here. And then, you know, people who are like, oh, yeah, I'll teach you, but you're going to have to owe me one, or, you know, like, you're trying to pull one over on you. Yeah. All right. Let's wrap up this energy. Focus on what really matters most. And your prayers are heard. Yeah, so I'm getting that, like, we did as a collective ask for their help, because they've been watching us. A lot of ET races we have DNA of a lot of ET races. So, like, what happens to us happens to them, you know? And so they're very invested in us. If we can get through this, like, monumental time, like, that's a huge upgrade for the galaxy, you know? So, if the kings and queens who are like rising up now, those who are connected to source energy, who's been through a lot of those experiences and healed and really took the time to figure out who they are and their purpose in life and being their true authentic self, following their heart and going against the grain, even though that's really hard to do in today's society. Everyone's just following the sheep, right? Following each other, following the crowd. So you focus on what matters the most, and you're going to continue doing that. You're going to get probably, like, the highest ranked career position, I would argue, that can exist. So your prayers are being heard. The collective prayers have been heard, and you're definitely going to be a pivotal role, like Queen of Earth and the Ace of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, it's tangible, it's physical. Train whistle, confirmation. Even though we don't know exactly how it looks like yet, we will be able to feel it with our intuition. People who are really highly intuitive are going to feel it and be able to, like, be like, no, this is a good idea. We should do this. And, you know, a lot of people are awakening right now. So, like, they might be confused with their intuition sometimes, but even those folks are going to feel it with their intuition, like gut feeling, this feels right. And Justice card, yeah. Because it's like this mirrored thing going on where it's like this energy, this beautiful energy on this planet right now that's helping the awakening, helping to evolve our consciousness and clean up this evil energy on the planet, just finish cleaning it up, is being co-opted. And so we got to be careful because, like, they're, you know, every step of the way they have a counter move. All right, so what's the other energy, other message here for you? This card, Princess of Autumn. Happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. Yeah, I'm telling you, you're being recruited, pile 2. You're being recruited. Well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get going. So you can tell if this is your pile because it might feel like your career path or the direction you were taking your passion project at this time kept getting stuck. Like, you have all these ideas and you feel this like forward moving energy in your life in general, like things are moving positively forward, and then it feels like all these things currently in your life, your current career, your current position, your current job, your current passion project, current like schooling situation, whatever it is that's related to your career and your like allocation in life is not moving with this energy. And so you might feel your energy feels much more differently than your physical career feels at this time. It's like it's not aligning the two at this point. So you might be feeling that strongly right now. But I'm getting like you're ready to go. And so your energy really doesn't match your work, or it's not like something's like there's like something missing. There's something off a little bit with your career. It's like you have the energy for it, you have the passion, you have the creativity, problem solving skills, you have the ideas, you have the risk taking capabilities, the courage and whatever. But something's off. It feels kind of stuck. It feels kind of like you're trying to push open this door and it keeps like getting like caught on something. The Empress. Yeah, you're on this other playing field completely. Like you're operating on this like higher level of consciousness, and you're in an environment, career, situations, connections that no longer aligned with that energy. It's like I wish I could draw better so I can paint a picture of what's in my head, but it's like I'm seeing this like I don't know, telephone pole or something being held up by a lot of ropes, and then all like people thought that it was the ropes that was holding up this like telephone pole or something, and then all these like ropes fall away and the telephone pole has been like strong and probably holding up like the the strings or something. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So I'm getting reference to WandaVision, you know, the whole concept of kind of NPC energy. Okay. So like kind of like wherever light workers go, that's where the universe, source energy, puts in a lot of energy. So there's a lot of people that are activated, situations and things, environments that are activated around the light worker. And it's like if you take the light worker out of that environment, it kind of goes quiet and still. Yeah. You're the power cell. And so you were running, you as a power cell was running your whole city. Funny enough, you might have thought the other way around, that you were like, you know, you're getting energy from your environment. No, you are giving energy. That your environment was giving energy to you. No, you were giving energy to your environment. And it's kind of like you don't need to be drained by whatever kind of like bubble you're in that you're powering up. And so I'm seeing this energy of like you're getting like plucked up and like placed in like another environment that is 5D charged. That I'm getting like it kind of runs on like magic. It like runs automatically. You don't need a power system, a power grid. It runs like kind of, what is it? A 0 point energy. It just kind of runs for free energy. Everything's running. I'm seeing like windmills and the water, the air, cleaning the air, beautiful sounds, beautiful architecture. Everything just powers up everything else. Even the creations of man help power man up and, you know, power up other creations as well. This water and that building and that human and that water. Like, it just, everything is powering each other up. You're not like being used as this power cell anymore. Matrix reference. All right. Put them in the right environment. I'm kidding. Oh, pal two, do I feel your pain? I get you. I feel you. All right, and let go of the anxiety. Okay, so you're gonna know that you're moving into this new, I'm getting new environment, like new world, this new 5D world, because all the anxiety sweeps away. You've been bombarded with energies from unhealed people, from environments that have a lot of healing work that needs to be done on it. You know, just a lot of sound pollution, light pollution, unhealed energies around people and things and places. It's just been constantly being thrown at you, while you're also like powering up a significant portion of the area that you live in, or the people that are around you, or the systems that are in place. I'm getting. So you're gonna know that as soon as these new opportunities start coming in for you in the physical, like as soon as you get the email, as soon as you meet that person, or as soon as you come into this opportunity, this flyer, this advertisement, this message, whatever, as soon as the opportunity crosses your path, you're going to feel such ease. You're going to feel like your body just went into, like, just became calm and like limp. You know, you just feel like, oh my gosh, all that worry and tension just left my body. I don't feel, because you're not feeling drained for the first time. And at first you might feel like you're being lethargic or lazy or, you know, tired maybe, but it's not. You're just at peace. You just haven't felt that in that way for a very long time. So as soon as these opportunities start coming your way, you're going to start feeling this very peaceful energy. All right. Seven of Cups in reverse. So that you might have been in a place where you couldn't figure out what you're supposed to do next in your career or in your life in general. And this is why. It all comes together now for you. So everything starts to make sense. Everything starts to become more clear. This is why. It's happening now for you, Pile 2. And you're going to feel it as these certain, even if you, like maybe it might be a new neighbor that just moved in, or a new coworker that's just started on the job, or something like that, or a new friend or a friend you just met, or a new place you never heard of just show up on your map or something, a new vacation spot, or a new, a place you never heard of, or a kind of career you've never heard of or something just kind of show up out of nowhere, even if you don't have direct contact with that thing. As soon as it enters your energetic field, you're gonna start feeling way more calm, like right off the bat, and you're probably gonna not know why. This is why. Yeah. So even if you just met this person, they're gonna lead you to this opportunity, or you got this email but you haven't checked your email yet, or you don't check that email ever, but the next time you do is gonna be there. As soon as it enters your energy, it's gonna give you clarity. It's gonna make sense, like where you're supposed to go next. Because I feel like there's like a lot of choices, but I think you knew, like you have to wait until like this all kind of comes together. And that's what you're getting right now. It's all coming together. 10 of Cups. Okay, so all three of these cards came out in reverse. So it's a really strong sign that this is happening now for you, pile 2. 10 of Cups. Extreme amount of happiness. Seeing all the possibilities now. Because I feel like it's like you're kind of like frozen with the amount of decisions that you want to make, or that you had to make, kind of your choices, what to do, where you should go next. And then all of a sudden, it kind of clicks, it makes sense, or it comes into your energy and you're feeling calm. You're feeling like, okay, everything's coming together. Just gotta wait till it finishes coming together. But it doesn't mean you don't start feeling the effects of this in your life already. Like, so when something, someone, or an idea or opportunity comes into your life that's going to be a game changer and affect your life very positively, you already start to feel that, or just change your life drastically. You already start feeling really happy about it immediately. And you probably don't know why until like it plays out a little bit. So that's what I'm kind of getting. Like, you're going to feel happy out of nowhere. You're going to feel calm. You're going to feel like, oh, yeah, when the right person, situation, opportunity comes in, I know what it's going to be. I know it's coming in soon. You just have a really strong gut feeling. And that's what I'm getting with this. Okay, let's see. The Lovers. Oh, wow. Interesting that the first pile had the 10 of Cups and the Lovers as well. When the right one comes in, you're going to know without a doubt. So for a lot of you, this is the right life partner, soulmate, whatever you want to call it. The right business partner, the right opportunity, whatever it is. With the Lovers card here and the 10 of Cups, I do feel like it's kind of like a romantic partner, or like someone who feels like family to you. All right, so let's wrap this reading up with the last message from Spirit. This just popped out. The Hermit. It's time to go within for some self-reflection and introspection as a pause in your journey. You might want to be withdrawing from the world to explore deeper aspects of yourself, or embracing the wisdom of a spiritual mentor. Listen to your own inner guidance and the wisdom you contain within the very fabric of your being. Let your intuition guide your next steps. You're being shown the way. So you have absolute confidence right now. And for a lot of you, you've been on this journey pretty much alone. It's kind of funny that I kept saying, like, even though just the Queen came up and there was no, like, king, we have the Empress, the Princess. So we have the Queen, the Princess, the Queen, and the Empress. Oh, wow. And the Ace here. Okay. And so we didn't see, like, the King or the Emperor or the Prince show up, you know? But we got the Lovers card here. So I do feel like you're, meeting the yang of your yin, like you're meeting your match here. Because I kept saying, like, oh, the king and queens, the king and queens. Like, I kept saying, like, they're going to rise up. So I do feel like you're going to rise up with your partner. And it's, like, kind of like a royal affair. Like, I feel like when you meet your partner, everything's going to make sense. And it's going to make sense where you're supposed to go next. or if you're going to meet your partner, like reconnect with the soulmate, reconnect with a soulmate, even if you haven't seen them in this lifetime. But I do get reconnecting with a soulmate. Everything lines up. Everything. I feel like you see it into the future, like this 10 of Cups. Yeah, that's why I got the energy of like you're getting plucked from where you are and being put in this other spot. Everything literally everything changes in your life. That's why you're not connecting with anything in your current environment right now. Even if you love where you are and what you're doing, it just feels like cutting all the strings now. You're detaching from this 3D, and you knew it too. I think a lot of people who picked this pile, you knew that whatever you have right now is temporary. Career, home, living situation, connections to others, whatever was going on with you, your current passion project or whatever, it was all temporary, as all these other things in your life aligned. It's all becomes clear, like instantly. All right, pile 2, so I hope you enjoyed the reading. If it resonated, I really would love you to leave pile 2 in the comment section, so I know you picked this pile. It helps me out a lot. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 3. We're looking at messages for you. I'm going to pull 2 messages, so one on the left side here and one on the right. Let's start with your first message. Ooh. Okay. 7 of Earth, and this card also popped up, and Queen of Air. All right, so the 7 of Earth. There's something that you felt what you were on the right track for, but it never kind of blew up in the way that you wanted it to or needed it to. All right, so this is a dream that you went after, and it became victorious or successful, but it couldn't reach the level of where you are now. I feel like wherever you started this, it's done what it's supposed to do, but you're ready for more. You're ready for more. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like in the time you've become this Queen of Air, so you've become like very well versed in whatever this is. So if you've been kind of learning tarot in this time, or if you've been working on a specific promotion or responsibility at work, or if you've been kind of in a relationship for a very long time and you're kind of like, feel like, oh, okay, this is what I wanted when I started the relationship, but now I want more. This is what I wanted when I started the job, but now I want more. This is what I wanted when I started this passion project, but now I want more. Yeah. The 4 of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. It came out in reverse, which in this deck is financial security, and it came out in reverse. So I feel like there was a payoff, and I got that a lot with the 7 of Pentacles. Like, it became successful, whatever you had your heart set on, but now you're ready for more. And it doesn't have to do with financial success. It has to do with like wanting to challenge yourself. All right. Yeah, because I feel like you work on a higher level than just, doing something for monetary gain. This Queen of Air, just like someone who likes to exercise their mind, exercise their creativity, their potential, really want to push the envelope, really want to get ahead, a real true leader, fair and just, but does it in a beautiful way. I feel like you learned a lot more than you thought you were going to in this relationship or project or career than you initially thought going into this. And now you want to see what you're made of. You don't want to play it small anymore. All right. The Fool card. Wow. In this deck, the Fool card is the unexpected. All right, so what's the unexpected energy here? There's a door opening for you that you may not be aware of. Ten of Pentacles, wow. And it leads to everything. Passion. Okay, yeah, because this is where your true passion lies. And with the Ten of Pentacles here, it's never just one thing. It's not just your work, not your finances, not just your romantic love life, not just your family and friends, social life, your lifestyle. It incorporates everything, right? So you're going through this door into this new everything that you feel more passionate about. I see. So your challenge is working in a more 5D way. So I feel like whatever you've been pushing recently that you feel like you are successful in, but you kind of want more. Yeah, this might be in multiple things in your life. You know, you found people who you relate to more on a soul level, whether it's in love partnerships, people you date, people you're friends with, people you connect with at work, the kind of work that you do. You're able to exercise your creativity. You're also able to exercise your mental capacity, your capacity to think and be creative and problem solve and challenge yourself. You've done the most you can with a lot of things that you have in your life, and you're kind of ready to kind of take it up a notch. But this taking it up a notch is going 5D. So you're really stepping through a door, because once you go 5D, everything is connected. The Queen of Swords here. There's a real energy of connectedness, connecting on a higher level, on an energy level. So what you do for work will connect with your romantic partnership, with your family relationships, your friends, your neighborhood, where you live, and your lifestyle, your health. It just, everything kind of connects much better. There's no work-life balance. There's just life balance with everything in it. You know, there's no like dualistic way of doing it. Like, you don't have to do this or that. You can do both. You don't have to like, you know, choose a career or family. Like, they're both integrated. You don't have to choose like good health or success financially. You can have both. Like, there's this kind of like connectedness that like everything kind of connects with the everything else. It's a dualist, as a transcending dualistic thinking, working and operating on a unity mindset, which is 5D. So you're walking through this door, and it feels like you've been successful in a lot of these different areas. You feel it too. You're like, I can do this. I can do this in a good way. Relationships, romantic, otherwise, friendships, family relationships, people, neighbors, co-workers, people you interact with, community, finances, living situation, health. But I feel like you're just like, I need to like punch it up a notch. And what you're really asking for is to move things in a 5D way, because you're very successful with your 5D energies, but you're still working with 3D ideas and your old 3D ideas, the old ideas that you have. You're now trying to implement 5D ideas on it more strongly because you're fully in your 5D energies. You're connecting things rapidly. You're like a supercomputing machine here. You can connect this to that, and like you need to work on a different playing field. And that's what's happening here. It's like you're going through this door where you're probably like, why can't I get more success in relationships right now, or in my work situation, or in my money situation, or my health situation? It's because they're all going to be super interconnected, and in so many different ways, more ways than you can imagine. And this is going to challenge you. It's going to excite you. You're going to feel a lot of passion about it. You're going to want to work on these things. It's going to improve your overall life dramatically. The Four of Pentacles also being a home card here. Four of Pentacles, yes, financial stability. You've created this baseline, and now you can go above and beyond. Time to love yourself. You know, as someone who is probably a light worker who wants to do work where you're helping others, helping the world, but also want to work on connecting with source energy more, connecting to yourself more, your authentic self, you know, working with your health, your body, listening to your energies, doing healing work, but you also want to help other people. You're going to find that there's going to be a really good energy for both. Like, you helping yourself is going to help everyone around you tremendously. Like, we talk about that here on the 3D level. We're like, if you take care of yourself, then you can help take care of other people more. No, in this new 5D way, you helping yourself literally helps everyone around you on the same level that it helps you. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. It's not like, oh, you help yourself and then, you know, you can drain your energy away helping everyone else again, then you have to fulfill your cup again. Maybe you'll have some soul friends around and they can help refill your cup too, but this is like, no, what actively helps you, what you're interested in learning for yourself and helping yourself, is literally going to help other people just as much. That's what I'm seeing here. It's a whole new world. Exciting, yeah. I kept saying that, like, you're walking through this door. It is basically a whole new world. You're literally walking into 5D. You're going to see that that dramatic change, unexpected change. You're going to walk through that door, that threshold, and you're going to be like, wow, like, everything's different. You relate to life differently. You relate to things in your life differently. Your perspective completely changes. It's widened. It's heightened. All right. So what's this other message for you, pile 3? The Sun card. Oh, wow. Super positive. Wow. I'm kind of blown away with all the cards that came up in all these readings. Okay. Plans that work out perfectly. Yeah. And amazing ideas that lead to rewards and being commended, gratitude for the blessings of life. There's definitely going to be like an overwhelming sense of happiness and joy. These new ideas and plans that come to you, how perfectly they work for you and for everyone involved, just kind of amazes you. That's an understatement. Like, it really blows your mind. Like, how is this possible? Like, this is amazing. What I'm excited about, what I love to do, what's actually helping me so much and the people around me, my loved ones, is helping everyone that I come across too. So your idea is literally changing the fabric of humanity for the better, helping your community evolve. It's an idea that transcends you and takes on a life of its own by helping so many others. So this is a really Like you're like ecstatic. You're like, you see these things happen where people think of an idea, an invention, and it changes the world, right? And you get to be a part of that. You get to be one of those people that thinks of an idea or a new way of doing things or an invention that really helps a lot of people. The Emperor. Interesting. The Empress came up in the previous reading. Yeah, I do feel like it's like a new way of doing things, surprisingly. So I do feel like you're like, this just makes sense to me. Like, I'm so honored that this idea came to me and that I get to execute it and be the one who kind of sees this magic kind of come to life. And you're all on board for it. Hunger. Yeah, the hunger and the passion is like, you can't believe that you found something that you would do for free. You would do for free because you just love it so much and you care about it so much and you're so excited about it. You're like, I would do this for free. And the fact that you're getting so much money off of it too, huge bonus, but you're just like over the moon. You're like, I can't believe this is my life, right? So like you literally like walk through this door and you're like, in a different world. Like you can't even comprehend like, what were you living before? Working for someone else, or working for something you didn't believe in, or it just felt like were you living under a gray rain cloud this entire time? And you finally get to see the sun, like see how good life could actually be. All right. Queen of Cups. I do feel this energy of being overjoyed. You've never felt more connected. You've never felt more connected to source energy. With the Queen of Swords here and the Queen of Cups, both of them being very spiritual elements. Like, I feel like you didn't believe, or you couldn't fully believe that you could be this authentically yourself, this in tune with your creativity and your intuition, and it pay off. So when you enter the 5D, that's what happens. Your belief systems take place. So all the faith that you've had on like all this magical stuff happening, the unseen world, the spiritual stuff that people think you're crazy for, when you step into the 5D, that's the rule of the land. How you perceive the world, your true authentic way that you perceive the world, is how life is. Like before it was just imagination. Imagination, your creativity is just a conduit, a way to channel the energies of this higher dimension. But being in that higher dimension, things manifest really quickly. It's like kind of imaginary land, where the rules you create apply. You can create whatever you want. There's abundance, for all. You're kind of in that energy. You're in that land now. You're not just connecting to it once in a while through your intuition or creativity or dreams or whatever. You're actually there. It is a physical energy. Interesting. Wow, I think the 10 of Cups came up in all three readings. That's crazy. And 3 of Swords. Okay, so it's expression. I feel like this, like when you connect to source energy, you cannot be depleted. You'll keep channeling that pure divine ideas, solutions, artistry, creativity. You can't stop channeling. If you get like artist block or writer's block or creative block, whatever, It's just because you have something you have to heal. But now that you're so healed and you're on this like kind of land where everything kind of powers itself, powers you up, you have this unlimited way to express yourself, and it's like so deep and profound and like more detailed than you could have imagined. It's kind of crazy, actually. Like, I don't think you could in your wildest dream imagine that all the things that you were imagining and saying and believing in was actually real. Like, I think even you were like, this is a lot, but it helped me get here. But no, it's for real. Death. And it fell on, it's a whole new world. So it's the death of the old one. So I think it's a stark difference to the kind of way you're living. You're going to be kind of blown away at how differently you relate to this world. This is the 5D and 3D split. You're going to see people, it's going to seem like we're on the same planet, but people are going to be living in a 5D world, and people who haven't evolved their consciousness are manifesting their 3D world, and they're going to be side by side. And you can see people living in their 5D world and people living in their 3D world. It's going to seem like it's on the same plane of existence, but it's not. It's like the splitting of the earth, like this 5D earth and this 3D earth. You're going to see it. Okay, last message from Spirit. 3 of Pentacles. A beautiful partnership is manifested in your physical, tangible world. Be open to collaboration. Each of you have something important to contribute to the fabric of your creation. Oh, that's funny. I used the word fabric before, and I don't usually use that word. Have faith in the physical unfolding of your divine partnership. A merging of energies between the divine masculine and divine feminine and source energy is being manifested in as you embark on your mission of embodying sacred love. I think it's like one of those things, like, you know, everything that you believed in comes true, and you're like, even myself, I thought that was a fairy tale, and now I feel like, are all fairy tales true? You know, is everything that's magical and mystical and a myth and fantasy, like, was it all real? And in a way, they are. You know, I have this working theory, and it's not an uncommon one, where a lot of these fantasy types movies and books are actually things that actually happened in human history, and we have a collective memory of those things happening. Like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or whatever. And so, like, there's like people who are kind of like love those fantasy type things, but you know, all creativity has some sliver of truth in it. And if you overlay a bunch of these like fantasy type books and movies and TV shows, they have common themes through all of them, similar messages, similar histories, with like the little people in the forest and stuff like that from Game of Thrones, like, and people talk like Native Americans talking about that before like a man came and settled here from, you know, over there. Like there's similar themes that come through a lot, you know. Yeah. Galadriel going through Valinor, through the ice wall, the Arctic. There's a lot there. Okay. But I am getting that there's partnership. All three for three readings have partnerships, community, family coming together. 4 of Pentacles coming home. But I think for you, pile 3, I think, yeah, meaningful collaboration, supreme amount of happiness. Yours starts with it's more creative. Your line of work, your passion project that you start that your partner kind of collaborates with you on is something creative. I feel like this for this pile specifically, like you walk through the 5D door first and then meet your partner and then collaborate with other people, your partner, other people, soul family. Yeah. I feel like for this pile specifically, you walk through the door and then meet your partner, or your partners you're going to be working with, a collaborative partner. It's not just your romantic partner. But yeah, I do feel like if you're going to definitely might meet your divine counterpart on the other side. Yeah, the old world is dead. You're going to see it. You're going to look back and be like, oh my God, look at that. It looks scary. It looks like freaking Mordor or something like that. It's like, what were we living in? Like, oh, get away from that. So, all right, pile 3. Hope you enjoyed your reading. If you resonated with it, I would love if you leave pile 3 in the comments so I know that you picked this pile. It really helps me out. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.